am testing this out for another lot party quick tip. Not so much testing it out. I'm going to be giving one on this video, but I also see that it says I have unstable connection. So I'm not sure how great this reception is right now, but I do want to continue with this tip for everybody. I'm also pulled it up here on Facebook Live. Let me know how you see this, if it's blurry or not. I hope it's not, and then I hope things catch up as we go live. And so as we're getting people joining on here, let me know how the resolution is. At least on my end, it's showing very low resolutions and looks a little blurry. If you can comment there on Facebook Live. I'm going to obviously post these things on other platforms, YouTube and LinkedIn, but I wanted to go over a couple things that we're seeing happening right now with our dealerships and kind of common trends. One of the things that you might want to look out for. We are actually starting to see, and again, this is going to be in certain segments, but I'm looking at big truck markets, Michigans, the Ohios, and dealerships that have 100, 300 plus cars. So I'm not talking about small dealers or a Honda store in Chicago or anything like that. We're seeing kind of trucks slowing down in these dealerships lots. The example would be over the last 60 days, they might have been leaving their inventory at 22 days at 98%. Well, now over the last 2 weeks, we're seeing they're taking 26 days instead of 22 days, and instead of 98%, they're leaving at 96%. So we're seeing trends like that, and some specific trends. And I was on a call. I'll give a shout out to Matt Lasco yesterday. We're on a call. And, he draw a lot of attention to, and what we've seen in his inventory is like 18s and 19 Ram trucks. For some reason, those are sticking around, I believe, because as he was talking about that, the incentives and the inventory levels on Chrysler lots were still pretty strong, and there are big incentives to get the new trucks rolling. And so it's really taking a hit on the used 18s and 19s. So if that pattern continues, and so one of the stores that have 300-400 used cars, it's Chrysler Dodge Jeep store, and they have some of these 18 and 19 Rams priced as low as 93%, and they're still not moving. Again, traditionally over the last 60 days, they're moving at 96, 97%. So if you're starting to see them stick on your lot, large trucks in general, maybe more specific to like 18, 19 Ram trucks, consider this as a red flag to maybe keep those moving, because any of those you're buying right now are going to be aged vehicles, let's say July 1st. So into August, going into September, where maybe some allocations of other new vehicles are coming. I believe one of my Ford stores said that, I think it was F-150s, by September, they're going to be getting like 20 a month or something. So new cars by September, October, November, December, hopefully start coming into the market. As they do, the trickle down effect. And that's what we talked about yesterday on that call too. He had I think 15, 16 Ram, and we went ahead and made adjustments on that truck because right now it might be affecting wholesale values or values. Retail asking price right now has to drop maybe on those 18, 19s to get them moving. And if that's the case, it's just going to trickle down to the 17s and 16s and 15s. So as these new cars come out, you're first going to see the big whack in the late model used. And then once the late model used start getting whacked, you're going to start seeing the 17s and 16s and 15s get affected. So keep an eye out for those patterns. Again, large trucks right now, and it's not everywhere, but most lots that we're seeing, they're sticking. Here's the other thing that's sticking is high mileage vehicles. That was another area that we're starting to see stick around in dealerships lots. Again, I think customers are being more selective what they're paying up for. They're going to pay up for cars and pay more than what they were hoping to pay or what they've traditionally been able to pay. They're not buying miley cars. So miley cars seem to be more price sensitive than not. So again, not telling you, you got to see how it's working on your lot. If miley cars are still moving, great. But if you're starting to see your miley cars stick and start bleeding through, that's a trend we're starting to see right now. So maybe start reacting it sooner or later. All right, we got a lot of things going on right here with Lotpop. As a quick info, Lotpop University, July 14th. If you guys are interested, clients or non-clients are welcome. We got 5 already. I might cap it off and not have any more. We tend to keep it around 3 to 5 people attending, just so we can dig deep into everybody's numbers and spend the 2 days and trench the numbers. But we will definitely in August have another one, and that class will probably open it up to more than 5 as we move into a new facility. As a matter of fact, we're getting about 3,500 square foot of office facility just for training dealerships to run our 20 groups out of. So we got 20 group, also used car 20 group. If you're interested, if you like an inventory evaluation and how we can help your store, lotpop.com. And again, hopefully this lot party tip was helpful, and I haven't done one a little bit, but you also keep an eye out for my CBT news every Thursday at 1. You probably, if you belong to CBT news, if you don't subscribe to it, I do interviews there. I don't do so much these little individual tips, try to keep it as interviews and so forth. So subscribe there. And again, hopefully you guys were wrapped up June strong and going into July, stay lean and clean.